All right. Now are you ready to record?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently we're ready to record. So welcome back. We are on to the fourth installment of the story of Heracles, the greatest of the Greek heroes. And we are well into the labors. We are now 2 labors in. What was the first labor?
The Nemean lion.
The Nemean lion. And in that adventure, Heracles not only defeated the lion and got more famous and more loved than he already was, what else did he get out of that adventure?
The lion's fur or hide as armor.
So,
And it's basically like a bulletproof cloak that's not only bulletproof, it's really
exactly.
everything proof.
So, that didn't go down how Eurystheus had planned. Then, what was the second labor?
The something hydra.
The Lernaean Hydra. And again, he killed the monster. Everybody's loving him. He's getting more famous. And what did he get out of that?
He covers his arrows, or dips his arrows into the hydra's blood, which is highly venomous.
Exactly.
Highly venomous.
Highly venomous. So, now, not only is he more popular than ever, which Eurystheus hates, he also has magical armor, which is not what Eurystheus had planned, and he also has a super weapon in the form of the Hydra venom. So, this isn't going down how Eurystheus thought at all. He honestly thought that either Heracles would be dead by now, or would have given up in the face of impossible tasks. And now Hera steps in, and Hera gives some advice to Eurystheus. And she says, "You fool. Heracles has been killing beasts since he was a child. He killed 2 serpents that I totally did not send, honest, when he was a baby in the crib. And then he was killing lions and wolves in the countryside and bears when he was just a child. No, he's good at killing monsters. But you know what would raise the difficulty? Bringing a monster back alive." Dun, dun, dun.
Dun-dun-dun.
So, Eurystheus summons Heracles and lets him know that for his next labor, he must defeat the Erymanthian boar and bring it back alive. Now, you know what a boar is?
It is a pig.
It is a pig. Now you might think the hyper hero has to go wrestle a pig? Like, what are you talking about? That's ridiculous. That's like the easiest thing in the world. It's a farm animal, for Pete's sake. Now, let's talk about the real world for a minute. Wild pigs are considered by hunters to be some of the most dangerous animals in the world to hunt. And again, I'm talking about the real world. And I'm talking about hunters hunting with rifles here. Wild pigs are big. They can weigh, depending on the species or the variety, between 300 and 600 pounds. They can run up to 25 miles an hour or faster. They have big, sharp tusks sticking out of their mouths that can rip you open. And they are mean. And they are smart. Pigs are considered to be the 4th smartest animal in the world. So, a normal wild pig is exceedingly dangerous for someone to hunt. But this wasn't an ordinary wild pig. Because yet again, Heracles was hunting a monster, an animal that had a very dangerous mother. And that mother would be
Echidna.
Echidna, daughter of Gaia, mother of monsters. The Erymanthian boar was called the Erymanthian boar because it lived in the marshes at the foot of Mount Erymanthos. And basically it would root around, tearing down trees and knocking over buildings in the surrounding area, because this wasn't just a pig. It wasn't just a wild pig. It was a big old pig. This was a pig about the size of a VW bus. It was huge and smart and tough and angry. And the bristles on his hide were as tough as iron. This was a pig that was laying waste to the countryside, ruining farmers' fields by tearing them up and killing anyone that got in its way. And this was the beast that Heracles was supposed to catch and not hurt. And so Heracles traveled to the marshes in Mount Erymanthos. And he stomped through the marshes and he made as loud a noise as possible. And sure enough, it startled the pig, and the pig rose up from its slumber and ran out of the marsh.
Making as much noise as possible seems like a kind of bad choice.
Normally it does seem like a bad choice when you're hunting, but when you're hunting something that also wants to hunt you, it's just sort of like putting out a beacon saying, here, come at me, hog. And now, you or me, we would not want to make that noise because, the hog would kill us. Now, normally, in real life, if you are being attacked by a wild pig, climbing a tree is a really good option because pigs can't climb trees. But you know what this pig does if you climb a tree to get away from it?
It knocks down the tree.
It knocks down the tree. So, Heracles and the boar are facing each other across a ruined farm field. He looks at the pig looks at him, and then the pig charges Heracles. It comes dashing across the field, its piggy hooves ripping up chunks of dirt as it comes, and it's just plowing at Heracles. And he reaches down, grabs one of the many trees this pig had knocked over, picks it up, and smashes it down on the pig's head. And he just drives that pig down into the ground. And it gets up, and looks left, looks right, looks at Heracles. And remember the part where I said the pig was smart? Mm-hmm. You know what the pig did? Mm-hmm. It ran away. That pig realized it wanted no part of Heracles. That pig, big as a bus, turns around and runs. And Heracles runs after it. And he chases, and he chases, and he chases that pig. And every time the pig gets tired and stops to rest, there's Heracles right behind it. And he chases the pig around and around and around Mount Erymanthus. And it goes up higher and higher and higher and higher. Now, you know what's at the top of most tall mountains?
Snow, which I really wish we had.
Snow, which he really wishes we had because
he does not.
Because you don't have to shovel the snow.
I want to shovel the snow.
He says that now. Anyway, the pig, the boar, goes charging into the snow at the top of the mountain. Heracles hot on his little piggy hoof heels. And it goes charging and plowing through the snow, and it's going at speed. But what happens is this. Maybe last winter, if the snow got that nice crusty layer on top, you had fun sort of just like stomping on the snow. But then you notice as the snow got deeper and deeper, like it starts being a pain to try to slog through that snow. It's hard, and your feet start to get stuck after a while. And if you kind of walk slowly and lightly, you can kind of walk across the top of the snow. Here's the thing. The pig wasn't traveling slowly, and it wasn't traveling lightly. And it was a big old pig, but it still had piggy hooves. And so you know what happened as it got deeper and deeper in the snow? It got stuck.
Called it.
It could not move. It was stuck in snow up past the level of its belly, and it just sat there while Heracles came up, admittedly a little out of breath, and Heracles pulled out a stout rope, tied its snout shut, yanked back, one end of the rope in left hand, one end of the rope in its right hand, dragged the pig down out of the snow, and then he hopped on its back, snapped the rope reins, and rode that pig all the way back to Tyrannus, all the way up, smashing right through the doors of the throne room. And do you know what Eurystheus did when he saw that pig?
Did he hide in the vase again?
He jumped and hid in the vase in the corner, wanting nothing to do with the pig. And
I'm sensing a theme here.
You're sensing a theme. And he would not come out until the boar was gone. And now, Heracles is 3 labors in. He is dominating. They can't get the monsters to kill him. They can't get him to fail by upping the difficulty level. For the fourth labor, Hera has something in mind. But that will have to wait until next week. Until then, enjoy the sunlight while you can before winter comes, and I hope you find a good story. Bye.
Goodbye. Next time, Heracles goes deer hunting.